Hey guys, James here today, and this is another custom content set that I have created for The Sims 3. Now, like the previous dining set that I made, this was actually made back in 2010. However, the difference being is I never actually publicly released this. I made all of these items, but I never actually released it anywhere. So I thought now was time. I fixed it all up, made sure it was all working properly in the current versions of the game, and I'm ready to release it onto my site. So let's go through the items. So we got this. I've got this little scene set up here. That shows it off. So it's a boat set, if you hadn't already guessed, and it's purely decorative. Like let's take note of that now. Let's just jump into buy mode so we can have a look at everything. It's a purely decorative set. None of it's actually functional, as in there's nothing you can do with any of the stuff, I guess, except for the light. That is a little light there, but we'll go into that a little later. So this is kind of everything set up how you might see it, and in a practical, well, I guess air quote practical use of the items. So I've sort of lined up all the items over here so we can have a look at what comes in the set. There's a lot of stuff, actually. There's a lot of stuff that I did in this and I never released it. Now, first off, we're just going to go through the items one by one. We have this little sort of fishing rod rack. Now, did I actually give it a description? Because some of these I gave them descriptions, and like I wrote them like 4 years ago now, and I was laughing at some of them. So let's see if this one has a description. The elegant rod rack is a nice essential part of fishing equipment. That's not a funny description, but anyways, that's it there. So it's, just a fishing rod rack, a little decorative piece for your wall. This next one is a little rope coil. Where do you think that all that rope was coming from? You got to buy it. Oh, great description there. Anyways, yes, a little rope coil. I believe it is recolorable, actually. The default ones are a bit messed up. I wasn't sure why, but you can ignore those sort of default recolors in the top left and just go back to the regular one. If it hadn't frozen, I could keep showing them to you. Yeah, here we go. So you can just change the color of the rope, really, if you want. You can have a weird colored rope. Go for purple rope. There you go. Or magenta rope. Go for a purple rope. There we go. And this one's also recolorable over here too. You can change the color of the wood on the little holder. When it updates, you'll see, yeah, there you go. So you can change that up there. The next one we got here are these bow moving oars, I believe they're called. Yes, what's a good bow movement without some bow moving oars? Now the boat, I should go through the boat description first because everything's kind of related to that description. So here's the actual boat over here. I believe the model was taken out of, I think it was taken out of Riverview, the Riverview world, but it had a hole in the bottom of the boat, so I think I patched it up and I retextured it and made it like castable or create a sailable, whereas you can change all the colors of it. Anyways, so yeah, the boat is called the bow. Oh, it's just called Bow Movement is the name of the boat. And this description is the one that actually made me laugh quite a bit. When you've got to go, you've got to go. Take a tranquil fishing trip in your number 2 boat of choice, the Bow Movement. And I thought that was quite funny. Hopefully you actually get the joke there. But yes, and of course this is recolorable. We have 3 different channels, so we can change the seats there. And we can change this part here, the sort of innards of the boat. And the little trimming, I guess, is what this is. Yeah. So you can change all those colors up however you want. Anyways, let's go back over here now. So now, yeah, we've got these oars here as well, like I said, which are the bow moving oars we went through. Then we got this like little Eskimo here, if you will. Or, I don't know, cool box or whatever you guys want to call it. Isn't it just the worst when you crack open a brewski only to find out it's warm? Ugh. You'll never have that problem anymore. With keeping a cool Eskimo, your drinks will stay icy cold for weeks on end. Now, again, these are just purely decorative items. They don't actually do anything. They're just sort of to go with the whole boating set. And I don't know, just have a little bit of decoration when you want it. This next one is a little tackle, a fishing tackle. Nobody likes a messy boat. Why not store all your fishing equipment in one handy dandy tackle? That's here. These are, of course, again, all fully recolorable, however you like. So we can make that a brick one if we want, and then do a golden top and I don't know, like that. Yeah, so these are all, that's one thing about this set that's really cool is it's super customizable. And I'll show you more of what I mean in a minute. And again, the tackle here is recolorable, however you want. We can do some tire patterns on it, some bricks again. Yeah, so it's fully recolorable. Now this one here may look weird by itself, but you'll see what it is in a minute. So it's the bow movement canopy. The upgraded edition of the boat comes with a state-of-the-art shade provider. Now what's cool about this is, let's turn move objects off real quick. And you can even place it without move objects anyways. But what's cool about it is it actually places on top of the boat. Like that, and then you can move the boat and it goes with the boat, which is really cool, I think. And you'll notice I don't have move objects on, but it can be placed on water and on land without any cheats. So that's another really cool thing about it. So we'll just chuck it back over here, take the canopy off. And then the next thing here, we have this little sail that comes straight up here. Has no description or name, apparently. So that's the thing. But anyways, you'll notice it when you see it. And again, this can be placed on the boat pretty much anywhere you want, but ideally you should place it up the front. Probably there, I guess on that little sort of front bench part. But yeah, this is a really cool thing about the boat. It has plenty of slots on it, so you can place heaps of things inside of the boat. And again, once it's placed on the boat, you can move the boat around and the sail goes with it just fine, which is really cool. Now the next thing is this is actually two objects. One of them is the boat upside down, whereas if we move it over, actually no, I don't think I can place it. I think this one you do have to move objects on. Yeah, so that's the boat. It's just upside down, and this is like a rack to place your boat in. So this can actually only be placed underneath flooring unless you have move objects on like I do. So what you would do if I have a bit of room, we'll just clear a bit of space. It's kind of like the idea was it would be for a garage. So you'd have your garage and you have your car and then you have your boat stored above it. So I'll just go ahead and grab a garage door so we can set up a little sort of scene so we can see what it looks like. So we'd have it like that, and then this would go in the garage like this, say above the car, and then the boat would chuck in over there like that. And if we go ahead and actually put a car in there, most of the time will fit. Some of the cars don't fit without cheats. And we'll turn off move objects. So I think this car doesn't fit. That's the one that doesn't fit actually. This one does fit. So you'll notice this one fits fine without any cheats, but this one actually won't let you place it because it recognizes it's intersecting. But most of the other cars fit. So yeah, this was kind of the idea of it. Sort of a storage in your garage above your car. That was the idea of this little sort of piece here anyways. Yeah, okay, I'll put that back over there. Whatever. All right, let's get back into deck. Pretty much all the items are in decor, and then miscellaneous is where they all are. And let's just filter by custom content. There we are. Now the next few items, these 4 pieces here, are all part of like sort of pier objects, or I guess kind of docks, if you will. So it's called Light Pier. If you get the reference to the name of the boat as well. Yes, it's kind of it's a bit of toilet humor. Do you like light piers to match your new fresh bowel movement? Then this will satisfy you in every possible way. So there's just 4 of these. They all have pretty much the same name, except they have different, I guess, sub names, I guess. And what the idea of this is, you put it like you sort of join these together. So you'll see these 2 pieces joined together, and then this one would go. Hang on, let's just move these around. So you kind of assemble your own little dock kind of system. Hang on, I need more room. I'll show you the setup again that I had over on the water in a minute. So you can see that like that joins to the ground, and then that's sort of all like that. They have really long leg pieces, as you can see in the thumbnail down here. So you can place them on quite steep slopes when there aren't trees in the way. But anyways, the idea is you place them over the water like this and create a little dock system. And of course, like the other stuff, they can be placed on the water without cheats and on the land without cheats. So it's kind of just one in the same, which is really cool. So those are those sort of pier objects. So let's just put them all back kind of where they were, just because it's a little neater. And then we have, we'll jump over to this one here. This is just kind of like a boat as if it were put under a tarpaulin. So you're just covering it up so it doesn't get damaged by weathering. That was just kind of the idea of that. So it's just another decorative piece like that. So you can see the outline of the boat there. If we put it somewhere else, we do have another one over there actually. But yeah, so like it's kind of like the outline of the boat under there. I don't think there's actually a boat under there though. No, there isn't. You could put a boat under there if you want, because I believe it fits perfectly fine. But you have to do it with cheats, of course. Yeah, so that would go. Yeah, so it fits perfectly fine in there if you really actually want to put a boat under there. But I guess there's not really any point. Anyway, so that's the tarpaulin there, which is pretty cool, I think. And then I think we've gone through all this sort of these objects in here. And then there's a couple of lights. So there's these. I really like these lights because they're actually really detailed once you get up to them, which I guess they don't really need to be. But if you go to nighttime, you'll see that they go blue. And the idea of these lights is they're like bug zapper lights. So they're called Bugs Be Gone lights. Are those stinking butterflies just peeing you up? I don't know why butterflies would be peeing you up. I think that was part of the joke, to be honest. I don't remember. Anyways, then this surely won't help that. However, it will kill any pesky mosquitoes, flies, and possibly even a bee. So yeah, there's a ceiling light version one up here hanging down, and there's also one that can be placed on the ground. Or, actually, I'll show you where it goes in a minute as well. And finally, we have this fence over here. This little sort of roping fence that you can, of course, recolor like everything else. So you can recolor the posts to something like that, and you can recolor the rope to make it white if you want. So it's really, really customizable. And to sort of add on top of the whole point I'm making about this being really customizable, it really is. Let's go into buy mode real quick. And let's go find some just random decorative objects. Let's say we want to put some clothes on the boat. Of course you can. There's almost like, there's tons of spaces you can put them. So all down there, up on the seats, around the front of the boat, up the top, and you can put them all on these pier pieces as well, which is really cool. There's a couple, actually there is a couple on here. Oh, you can put it on top of the posts if you want. And then you can put it all on there. So there's tons of like customization in all these boats. And of course, like with the canopies, this can chuck on top as well. You could even put a sail on this as well if you want, but it kind of intersects, so it's not the best idea. But of course, all of it moves once you join it all together. And it's really cool. Now, the other idea with this was, if we get rid of all this crap off the top of it, all these little items here can be placed in the boat as well. So that was kind of the other sort of aspect of it. So you have all these little pieces in the boat, so you're ready to go wherever you need to. Obviously not those. And then you can put like the oars on the sort of piers out here. You can obviously put the ropes on the piers, and any of these items can go on all the piers. But if we jump over here now and look at this little setup, you can kind of see how it's all going together now. So we've got the canopy on this boat and a little tackle inside with some rope on the pier, some oars on the pier ready to go. On this boat, we got the sail set up, and we got the Eskimo on the pier and a little light there. And you also saw that we had a light on top of the post there as well. Then we have our fencing set up over here, and then we have a couple of lights up by this little shack and the fishing rods on the wall there. So if we go nighttime real quick, you can see the sort of blue glow of the lights, which is really cool. Of course, if you want to change the color of the light, you can do. If you hold down Control and Shift, then click on the light and set color, and let's just go white. Let's set all lights. There you go. So now it's just a regular sort of white light, and it'll just light up like regular stuff. Now, this is why I really love this set, just because it's so customizable. The fact that the canopy sort of comes off, and you can put it in the water if you want, but and can you put it on the piers? Oh my god, you can. You can put it on the piers if you want, which is, yeah, that just goes to show you that it is really flexible, and you can do whatever you want with these items. And like I said before, it is purely decorative, so none of these will actually function as a boat. They're not like Island Paradise boats. Like Island Paradise boats we've got in here. So if I can set one up, I don't know if I can actually. Can I set one up in the lake? Must be placed in the ocean. Oh, okay, but we can just move objects on it. Yeah, so we have these boats from Island Paradise. These are obviously real boats that your Sims can get in and use, but this set here is purely decorative. It's base game compatible, so even if you have no expansions, no stop packs, you can download this set. It'll work fine. It's great for a little decorative piece. And if you do have Island Paradise, it goes really well because you've also got this little sort of toe piece, although the boat can't go on it, but it's kind of cool. Yeah, it goes together quite well, and there's lots of sort of nautical items that come with Island Paradise that you can sort of match it up with. But yeah, anyways, that's kind of like my little show off of this whatever floats your boat set. I believe that's what it's called. There's a whole bunch of fishing equipment and boats and decorative pieces. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun to sort of just mess around with, and if you just have a little lake or you want to decorate something, I don't know. It's kind of cool, kind of fun. But I hope you enjoyed this little video, and if you want to download the items, are obviously all available via my website, and there's also a link in case you don't know how to install custom content. Like a few people are having problems with the Axel dining set. There is I've linked to a tutorial on how to install package files now, which is pretty straightforward once you know how to do it. So that's all. I've got that all linked up on the website. But yes, check it out down the link below. Post any comments you have, feedback, etc. But yes, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time and have a great day.